Welcome to Society Girl Saves the World, and today's topic, the film we are discussing, is from 1993, a film called Rambo 303. In the cast there is Jahanzeb in the title role, a young Saima, Ajab Gul, Madeeha Shah, Seema, and villain Tariq Shah. The film is directed by a man by the name of Sarwar, Khayyal, and in a nutshell, it's basically Purana Pakistan with all the typical trappings of corruption at every institution of the land. Many would claim that the Naya version is pretty similar, but in this case, luckily, we have Rambo 303 to make things better. The film is set in the early 1990s, and Pakistan is reeling after successive governments break all records of corruption, and it is in these prevailing gloomy conditions in urban Lahore that a young man named Raheel, aka Rambo 303, emerges as a ray of sunshine and hope. Later, a young and fearless student leader joins Rambo to try and save the day, and the two of them become inspiring role models for following generations with their heroic deeds and their immaculate 90s hairstyles. Early on in proceedings, a seedy, sleazy politician by the name of Chaudhry Saab takes a liking to a helpless bechari female. He takes her to his pad, informing her that he always gets his way and is about to grab her by the when she flees the scene in horror, but Chaudhry's goons give chase. The girl is saved by the grace of God as Rambo appears like an angel and then goes a step further, adopting the stranger as a sister, taking her home to mom. The mother is played by veteran Seema, who can barely contain her delight, having some random woman thrust on her as a new daughter. Seema's Maki Mamta instincts burst through, and she's all sugar-coated goody two-shoes exuberance.
मां सारी जिंदगी रब कोलों धी मंगदी रही जे अज मैं तेरी धी लेके आया वां ते तू पुछनी है कि कौन है मेरी धी हां मां जी मैं इस कर्मा वाली दे सिर ते हाथ रख के एनु पैर कह देता है कि तू सिर ते हाथ रखे है ते मैं सीने न लाके ए रिश्ता और पक्का कर देंगी मां जी
Chaudhry and his corrupt allies are a little disturbed about a student leader giving all sorts of dangerously provocative, idealistic, patriotic speeches and getting himself quite the fan following. It's decided by our villains that they should eliminate this student, and a huge clash awaits. A young Saima plays the feisty daughter of a corrupt government official, but remarkably she herself is the epitome of girl power and takes no crap from anyone, least of all men. She does, however, get off on the wrong foot with muscle boy Rambo, but all is quickly forgotten and a romance soon blossoms between the two of them. Rambo soon clashes with Sikandar, the student leader, but their misunderstandings are soon sorted out, and they realize that they are fighting the same evil and are better off having each other's back. Next, Rambo, who has this thing for snapping necks at an alarming rate, is unsurprisingly framed for murder. Now his new BFF Sikandar must find a way out, and help arrives from an unexpected source. The frisky Saima may be a tough cookie, but how will she cope without her beloved Rambo, who is soon to hang for murder? It seems for the moment the corrupt system has the upper hand, but will our heroes be able to turn the tables and turn things around? For the movie, so far so good, but the film starts to falter just a little bit when it should be picking up a gear or two. It's the same old problems with having to put songs and romantic situations in the second half of the movie when these should already be out of the way and the plot should be twisting and turning its way to a thrilling conclusion. Two very dreary songs arrive just at the wrong moment and the tempo is badly affected. But when the action gets going once again, it matches the phenomenal standards set from the very beginning. The fights are breathtaking and stupendous and taken to another level of surreal with the sound effects and editing, which had the movie's thrill factor going through the roof. The film does deliver spectacular action in spades, but it should have been edited by about 45 to 50 minutes. Two songs should have been taken out of the movie completely, and the fight scenes should have been much leaner. Frustratingly, there is also much screen time given to a dull B-grade villain who features in 2 extended fight scenes and is woefully insipid as a character and should never have been cast as a villain of any stature. He doesn't even have a scary scar, let alone a proper villain's get-up, nor indeed a Michael Jackson wig or a punk mohawk, not even a stylish pair of bell-bottoms. The guy is woefully boring. Rambo 303 might be a touch low on the emotional stuff, but scores a bullseye with its exhilarating action even if the storyline is more than a little bit predictable. The plot simply doesn't contain any interesting or crazy twists that would have taken it to another level. The astonishing fight scenes are also curious, with most of them taking place in the open streets of Lahore with large crowds massing to watch the shooting. This adds a strange and odd dimension of distorted reality to the scenes. Some of the dialogues are loaded and crackle quite nicely, but spicy masaledar melodrama is a little light in the mix. Ajab Gul as the firebrand student leader shouts vigorously and is high maintenance. And if you can manage to enjoy his particular style of acting, the rest is going to come easy. The movie has several highlights, with the fights and stunts being otherworldly. There is also a considerable plus, with youthful Saima making a major impression. Jahanzeb's Rambo look is dashing and his array of headbands quite breathtaking, and he is also incredibly fashion forward. But he does lack a little flair and swag when it comes to pathos and drama. Tariq Shah is a seasoned hand as the villain, and Seema, well, Seema is simply Seema. It is also difficult not to fall in love with a movie that has its own version of Otto Wann's Hands Up, Baby Give Me Your Heart, featured as Saima's girl power theme. There is also a pulsating Rambo theme, and one reserved for Shafqat Cheema, whose get-up designer obviously ran out of funds as Cheema fails to make the impression that he usually does, playing second fiddle this time to Tariq Shah.
कौन सी वही शंकारा बदमाश है जो हर महीने कत्ल करके साफ बरी हो जाता वो किस तरह कोई दे खिलाफ कोई गवाही देने वाला बंदा ही नहीं उठता.
There is one particularly insane and memorable scene when Shah lets loose a bunch of men in doggy clothes who snarl, bark and even bite like rabid dogs. It's completely warped and nonsensical, reminiscent of Pashto cinema at its most deranged. The film Rambo 303 was probably released in 3 regional languages, including Pashto, Punjabi and Urdu, for maximum box office potential. For the most part, Rambo 303 is great fun, but you end up thinking if only he had been a special agent, an undercover cop maybe, or any sort of fun twist. Perhaps there could have been an unmasking, or a sleazy dance number or two certainly wouldn't have hurt. And yet, can there be any denying that Rambo 303 is a cracker of a film, even if there is a slight feeling that it should have been a bomb? The film is highly recommended, especially for those who enjoy their masala-laden action thrills in a typical Lollywood Punjabi style. And this brings us to the end of another episode of Society Girl Saves the World. Hope you enjoyed it and you'll be back for more of the same soon enough. Until then, please stay safe. Bye-bye.